On behalf of all assembled here today, I should now like to invite our newest alumnus, Dr. Mitch Baran, to address Convocation.
I'm still wondering who Professor Hatch was talking about, but you forgive me here. Well, first of all, I'd say that I want to say hello to all of you, and particularly congratulations to the graduates. I also want to thank those responsible for this recognition, as well as Western's Chancellor, John Thompson, President Amit Chakma, and Dean Jim Weiss, the Dean of the Health Sciences faculty, who are on the podium with me here today. And of course, thank you, Jim Hatch, Professor Hatch, for that wonderful introduction. I should just tell you that I always like to talk about the rules of engagement before I speak. And the rules are pretty simple, that I'm supposed to speak, you're supposed to listen, and if you would be courteous enough to let me know if you finished before I finish. And let me put it this way also, that a rude finger signal will not be acknowledged. Let me say that this recognition has touched me deeply. And to paraphrase Mark Twain, I can only say that the reports of my achievements, as recounted by Dr. Hatch, have been greatly exaggerated. I am indeed humbled by this recognition. I do want to begin my speech by again congratulating the graduates who are here today to formally accept their degrees and take part in the Convocation celebration with their families, friends, and loved ones. While our society today is full of uncontrolled skepticism, which extends to the questioning the value of a university degree, I strongly believe, on the contrary, that based on my personal experience, the degree you have earned is indeed a significant accomplishment. And it will serve you well as you go forth in life. In my case, I have gained strength not only from the inspiration given to me by the memory of my parents, but I've also used the achievement of my university degree many times as a validation that I had the tools to overcome the challenges I've encountered, particularly in my younger years. Just to give you a sense of my background, my parents were unlucky and reduced to near poverty, having lost their farm as a result of the Dust Bowl condition in the prairies during the early days of the 1930 Depression. In spite of the poverty they experienced, their perseverance, work ethic, and ability to cope with life without complaining, not to mention bringing up 4 children, left me with a legacy that anything is possible with perseverance, good work ethic, and focus. With her encouragement and the support of my siblings, I managed to attend Western and graduate with an honors BA in business. Needless to say, I'll forever be grateful to this great university. Subsequently, I entered the accounting profession and became a chartered accountant and was recognized as a fellow of the profession a few years ago. For the past 40 years plus, I've been the chairman and CEO of the Trudell Medical Group, and with the help of my colleagues and support of my wife and children, along with the inspiration given me by my parents, our company has grown and prospered to the point where it is considered to be one of the most successful medical device companies in Canada. Our business covers a broad base, including respiratory and non-invasive devices and other products. We are indeed a global company, and I hope you have seen and perhaps used some of our products, including our flagship product, the Aero Chamber valve holding chamber, used by patients who require aerosolized medication delivered from a metered dose inhaler. As most of you are health science graduates, and my career has been in the medical business, I want to share a personal experience with you. It began when we acquired a small U.S. company in 1978 that was the first to innovate a lithotripsy technology approved by the FDA for human use. Lithotripsy is the technique of disintegrating stones that occur sometimes in our bodies, and we're afflicted with them in their kidneys and ureter and bladder and so on. But this was the first device that was non-invasive approved for human use. The therapeutic benefit of lithotripsy technology was the ability to disintegrate calculi, also referred to as stones, in the bladder and urinary tract. This was accomplished by introducing a probe into the urinary tract or bladder and repeatedly delivering a shock wave focused on the stone, which would eventually disintegrate the stone into small particles that could be flushed out with irrigation or pass through the normal bodily function. The technique was non-invasive and far superior to the surgical procedures that were practiced at that time to accomplish the task of removing these stones. Needless to say, inasmuch as this technique involved delivering a 4,000-volt shock, we had a very difficult time convincing urologists that the technique was safe, and in fact, we still market this technology and have not been made aware of any harm to a patient over these many years. Despite the marketing challenges, I was highly energized by a serendipitous incident when we received a call from a clinician challenged by a paraplegic patient afflicted with a bladder stone, which was causing a jaundice condition that would increase in severity and lead to the death of the patient, unless some intervention was possible. Lithotripsy was a last resort for the clinician. And as he called us, and because obviously the patient was unable to undergo a surgical intervention, our equipment was dispatched overnight. The physician used it successfully, and the patient lived on. Needless to say, I was deeply moved that our innovative lithotripsy technology had saved a life. I experienced an incredible high that formed a vision that through innovation, our company could not only compete, but more importantly, make a significant difference in patient care. This led to our company mantra that if we do an excellent job in helping physicians and healthcare professionals to care for the patient, it will lead to a commercial success. As most of you are health science graduates, you too will have the privileged opportunity to provide quality patient care to patients and experience the passion and satisfaction of helping someone. Indeed, you have made an excellent choice to enter the healthcare field and experience the incredible high that comes from helping people and getting paid for your efforts. It just doesn't get any better. There are no limits on the opportunities in healthcare. The world, let alone Canada, needs better delivery models, innovative techniques, new drugs, new devices, and more to meet the insatiable demand and provide more and better care at an affordable price. If I could offer any advice to you, it would be to maintain a positive attitude, seldom if ever complain, and always remember that innovation does not only apply to technology, it should also be practiced in your daily life, and I guarantee it will indeed enhance your quality of life. My vision has been reinforced by a passage I came across many years ago, written by the great philosopher, writer, poet George Bernard Shaw. It reads as follows: "The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want. And if they can't find them, make them." Think about that. There's a lot of meat in that short few lines of George Bernard Shaw. Shaw has eloquently expressed in a few lines how you can accomplish your chosen life mission. In closing, I urge you to always remember that if you provide exceptional quality care to your patient, good things will follow. God bless you, and good luck in your careers.